Even though, as adults or young adults, we have a choice to be who we want to be, there is no doubt that our childhood helps shape who we become to a certain point. How you react to different scenarios and how we express our emotions that are given to us at a very young age. Everyone has a certain love style. Based on the way that we were brought up into this world, you might be asking, what is a love style? A love style is the way that we act towards a person we find romantically attracted to. Understanding how a person loves teaches you how their love style affects their relationship. Here are 5 love styles. Number 1, the pleaser. This love style comes with overly protective or angry and judgmental parents. As a child in this household, tries to be on their best behavior all the time and be a good son or daughter. For the simple fact they won't piss off their parents and get yelled at. A pleaser spends most of their time not getting comforted, but comforting their parents. They avoid conflicts as much as they can by giving in or making up for them. It is difficult for a pleaser to say no, because if they do, this might lead to other parties lashing out or judging them. And when they do this, they often lie to avoid these confrontations. They learn how to read the mood of everyone in the room so that they can keep everyone happy. But if they feel like they aren't able to do so, they have a breakdown. Pleasers focus on others and oftentimes forget about themselves, where they should be focused on what they want. In order for pleasers to have a long-lasting relationship, they have to be honest about their feelings with their partner. Number 2, the victim. A victim grows up in a household that is oftentimes very crazy and chaotic. Because of this, they learn how to agree with situations in order to go on in life by putting less attention on themselves. In order to deal with a chaotic household, victims learn to hide and be quiet. They feel like being fully there is extremely painful for them. They often spend time not in the real world, but try to create an imaginary scenario to deal with the dangers they face at a young age. Victims often struggle with anxiety due to low self-esteem and might end up with controllers as partners who act as their parents do. They learn how to deal with things by adaptable scenarios. Victims can often tell when a situation is about to get chaotic and they start to feel uneasy because they know what happens next. In order for them to experience a healthy relationship, victims have to learn self-love by speaking out for themselves and not letting their partner walk all over them. Number 3, the controller. A controller often grows up in a household where there is little to no protection, so they learn at a young age to get tougher in order to take care of themselves and others. Controllers feel the need to always be in control all of the time to prevent the submission they experience in childhood. Controllers feel most powerful when they avoid experiencing negative feelings of humiliation and helplessness, and don't associate anger as vulnerability, so they use it as a way to keep their power. Controllers can be very unpredictable, and they do not like stepping out of their comfort zone because this makes them feel weak and prefer to figure things out on their own. Like, for instance, getting things done how they want it to be done. For a controller to find a healthy and long-lasting relationship, they need to learn to let go and learn to keep their anger under control and learn to trust others. Number 4, the Vacillator. A Vacillator grows up in a household where their parents are most of the time unpredictable. As a facilitator, they grow up to learn that their needs aren't their parents' main focus. They are given little to no affection. With this, they develop a kind of trauma of abandonment. But when their parents do try to give them affection, they act like they don't need or want it because they're too angry to receive it. In adulthood, they try to find the love they didn't get from their parents as children, and when they don't work out as they wanted to, they become hopeless because of the past repeating itself. Facilitators often feel misunderstood and go through a lot of internal conflict and stress within their relationship. Also, having extreme sensitivity to the slightest change in others. Due to the fact that their parents didn't prioritize them, they can feel when people are pulling away. In order for facilitators to sustain long-term relationships, they need to learn how to be patient and get to know their partner and not committing too soon, which will eventually get them hurt. Number 5, the avoider. An avoider grows up in a household that doesn't show as much affection but values independence and self-reliance. Because of this, they learn to take care of themselves at a very early age, putting their needs and feelings on hold to cope with their anxieties of having no comfort from their parents. Avoiders tend to like their space, which goes with the name avoider. They avoid people and situations they don't want to be in. They rely on detachment and logic more than their own emotions. And when people around them show too much emotion, they get uncomfortable. In order for avoiders to have a healthy and long-lasting relationship, they need to learn how to open and express their emotions more clearly.